Hello everybody, it is Christina at Scrapcraft and Stitchery. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am working on Dephemerember. I have made these tags. I am working on tag and shattered glass today. I made these 5 beautiful tags and I will complete for you 4 of them, giving them a shattered glass effect. I'm going to go with packing tape. I tried a lot of different things. This was a challenging and wonderfully fun prompt. I tried so many different things. I have already tried the glossy accents. You can see them up there right underneath Grimba's ear. This is my cat Grim. He is joining me today. I think we will also see Nova Emberwild make an appearance, so watch out for that. I am working super fast here today, and I am sanding these cards that I've already made, tags that I've already made. So these images are images of vintage women that I generated them using AI. I can provide you with a sheet in my Ko-fi shop if you're interested, or comment and let me know, and I can just email you the sheet if you're interested. Or I might just put it up in my Ko-fi shop. You can check that too. But I haven't done it yet because I'm busy. And so I did these and I didn't really like the backgrounds on all of these, and I cut some of these out, and they were such adorable paper dolls that I decided to, once I had a couple of them cut out, I thought they were so cute, kind of layered together like this. And I thought it would be really fun to put them on this like floral Japanese paper, and that is a paper that I got on Etsy from Bona Designs art, and it is Japanese florals. And I will try to remember to put a link in the description below. And again, if I forget to do that, please remind me. So I am just working to take these tags that I've made. I have just layered them and glued them together on some cardstock. I put the paper down. There's November. Nova Emberwild is my tortie cat. She is a special treat. Grim stays up there on the bed and there's no room for her, so she lays on my project. I have to kick her out. I really love this ink that I have. It's a beautiful soft bluish gray, and I'm just continuing. I've sanded these down. When I sanded them, it really kind of hit the edge, the darker edges of these women, and really helped to age those photographs a little bit. It's very cool. Now I'm going to splatter them with some white, and this is White India ink by Dr. P.H. Martin. I love this, and it actually, watch at the end, I'm going to add some walnut stain over the top, and where this ink is, there's blue in my brush, so it's going to turn this white a little bit blue, which is fine. I decided, I've already put tape over their faces, so everything should wipe off of their faces. And I added a few pieces of tape before. When I added it for their faces, I added a few random pieces around. My intention here is I'm going to try the technique that Luise Heinzl does in her video for this, because the glossy accents I tried and it came out beautifully. It was very glassy, and it does crack if you put enough of it on there. It'll start to kind of crack, which is cool, but also, I mean, I used a half a bottle to like do a tiny image that was smaller than these tags, and I kind of wanted something that would cover the entire tag. And like, you know, I mean, it would have cost me like an arm and a leg to do all of these tags, plus it takes forever to dry. And so I'm gonna try her packing tape. I tried also embossing powder, but it doesn't really crack. I couldn't get it to go on thick enough. My friend did. Pam, the ginger cat lady, showed me hers, and she did butterflies for this, and she just kept layering embossing powder over the top, and it does give it a shiny effect, like, and it does crack a little bit, so like shattered glass. So here I do the first two tags, kind of copying Luise's, where she crumples the tape up and makes it have ridges and stuff. But after I did the first two, I decided to change my tactic. And the reason why is you're going to see that this is fine, but those ridges are really kind of hard to cut away off of your tag. And it's very time consuming to go back and, I guess, clean this up. Because, like, the scissors are actually, I mean, they're not fine enough to actually get down into there. So I wind up just kind of taking the blade of one and trying to cut away, like, the ridges. And I wanted to cut it so that it was like I could cut like one side and then cut the other side and then peel that whole piece off, so there would be like a crack where the tape had kind of stuck to each other, stuck to itself. And it was not easy to do, and it seemed like there was always a little bit of tape that was like wanting to peel up, and so there was that. Eventually I'm going to grab my X-Acto knife to kind of help me with this so that I can kind of cut a little more accurately, because these scissors were just not doing it. I really had a good time trying to figure out how to do this prompt. I tried several different things, and it just really got me thinking, and there's some ideas that I've gotten from this that I think I'm going to use for texture fragments, actually, because yes, it's just really turning on the creativity, and I did spend a lot of time and fell behind on my other things, which is okay, just because I was trying to I just had a fun time playing with all these different things that I wouldn't have ever really used packing tape for something like this before. So that was cool. Very cool. And you'll see that because I wanted to play with this technique, I also used something similar like to this when I did the clusters with and got some really cool effects of like using the packing tape to layer not only like the clusters and the tangled threads, so I had threads that I put down, but in the packing tape, and it gives us a really kind of a cool layered effect, and it's a little bit 3D. But I also put some stickers and things in there that were like number and letter stickers, and it looks really fun. So, and that was all because of this prompt of shattered glass and trying to make shattered glass. And here I am, still trying to cut those pesky little ridges away. And you can see I spent a lot of time doing that. And so I decided to do something different on the last two tags. And I'll show you what I did. And I think it was a little bit easier. Still not super easy. But, yeah, it worked. And I think the effect was as good as doing it this way, in my opinion. But you can try both and decide. And if you do, let me know, because I'm curious. Let's see. So now I am adding, this is walnut stain, and it's Distress ink. I think this is my re-inker. And just adding a little bit of that to make those cracks stand out. This is kind of the moment of truth. And look at that, like even where the ink covered the white blue ink, it still stays. It doesn't like get covered up, which I think is super cool. That's the Dr. Paige Martin's India ink. Very, very cool. And it's the white. So I will definitely want to pick some of that up. There's a little tiny bug on my screen. I can see it, and it's kind of driving me crazy. Okay. Okay, so same thing with the next one. And I don't think I take as much time because maybe I already have the X-Acto knife. Maybe I don't cover as much of this one. I'm not really sure. Nova Ember Wild has to come, you know, right while I'm trying to use the X-Acto knife. Making her little patrol. I have really loved doing Dephemerember. Again, the prompts are just really kind of fun. I feel like, and I think I've said this before, that I can see how these are pushing me a little bit further to do a little bit more and to try new things, which is just wonderful. I also like that we're doing, I really like doing the compartmental making because it encourages me to try things in different ways and to do multiples, because I think that, you know, practice is, you just spend a little bit more time doing like one tag instead of trying to build a page. So, and repeating the same thing over and over and doing it in a few different ways, I think is a really, really good way to improve in a specific technique, because, you know, you can see what works and then you can try something different and see if that works. Ah, see, I see what I did. I did switch. I put down that one piece of tape and then I put down like chunks of other tape. So I'm starting to change how I'm doing things, because the other way I decided was too hard. So I am going ahead. I thought that I did. So I'm just trying to fill in with flat pieces of tape and make, add it so that, you know, it winds up in a cracked pattern where maybe some of the pieces are missing, and giving it this broken glass effect. I really did want to, I don't necessarily like work with images that are like, you know, these vintage people like this. I know a lot of people do, but it's really kind of not my thing. But I did like the idea because of the shattered glass. I was thinking it would be cool to do something that looked like it was an old picture frame that had been broken. So I thought it was really fitting to do the vintage people for this. And so that's what prompted me to make the choice for this. And I liked these Japanese florals. I kind of added the, you know, paper. Once I had the paper dolls cut out, I wanted to do the Japanese floral just to give like an impression of like maybe these are like these women like traveled to Japan and had their picture taken there. It's not like a real thing, but it kind of was what I was thinking for putting these things together, and it kind of has its own little story about that. So for this one is what I was thinking is I wanted to continue to use those flat pieces of tape, and so I'm thinking about like what this would look like if it was a picture frame and something hit it. And so I picked a place kind of where that pink flower is in front of her face, and I was like, well, maybe something like got thrown or went flying and hit this picture, right? And so I'm trying to cut triangles that look like something hit the picture and it broke. And so that's what I'm like, when I'm cutting the pieces of tape, and that's what I'm thinking about, is that something hit this and it broke, and there's kind of like a spot where this shattered from. And so I'm thinking about that, and I'm making up this story. I don't want to know about all the drama that happened. And then as it goes out, of course, I'm just kind of filling in the rest of the picture, the rest of those pieces. And then I think on this one, I was like, well, maybe this just fell on the ground. It got knocked over and it fell. And so maybe it's not got like a specific place where it was hit. It was just big chunks and pieces. This one was easier. And maybe they overlap a little bit. It's really, that is one of the difficult things about this, is it's still really hard to kind of see. So you can see I'm holding it up so I can see where the tape is. Oh my gosh. So much little tiny detail work working with this. So we will know when we put the ink on here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have been having a great time doing Dephemerember. Absolutely brilliant. This has been so much fun. This is the first one where I've really done it. I've watched before, but I haven't actually really participated. And this has been just absolutely great. And I have really enjoyed watching the videos of everybody else, and I haven't been able to watch as many as I wanted, but I've found a couple of great creators, some of them like really big channels that I didn't know, like Bellaloo. I just subscribed to her at the beginning of the month, and then some small creators like the Alchemical Crafter and Bird Street Studio. Absolutely fantastic. And it's just, everybody does such a great job with these prompts, and it's so much fun. And I am just really super, super excited to participate. So, as you can see, these are my ones, and that's the one where I'm saying that something hit it. And some of these other ones just have pieces missing and things like that, and they're a little bit shiny and a little bit fun. And those are the there's the clusters I made that use packing tape, because it's just been a lot of fun to explore this as a medium for making layers and making shattered glass. And I'm going to add these things to my collection. I have these mushrooms that I made the other day. So thanks for joining, and I had a super fun time doing this, and love how these came out, and I hope you are having a very good last few days of the year, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.